Okay, so I'm going to be making some Garam Masala Chickpea burgers, and they're going to be vegetarian. So I'm excited because I get to test out my new food processor that my friend got me for Christmas. And so let's go over the ingredients. I'm going to be making a curry apricot aioli. So I'm going to be using curry powder, apricots, honey, and mayonnaise for the aioli. Oh, and maybe a little bit of butter and garlic in there too. And then for the burgers, I'm going to use a can of garbanzo beans, some panko breadcrumbs, some garam masala, eggs, more garlic, and then I'm gonna cook it in some ghee, and then we're gonna top it with some lettuce and tomato and our aioli, and we're gonna toast our buns. I got these sarah.j artisanal buns that I'm gonna use. So first I'm going to make our aioli. So I'm going to use my little blender for my Ninja food processor. And I'm going to use the blender attachment first. This curry powder smells good. So I'm going to add, that looks like probably about a tablespoon of curry powder. And you see that there, about a tablespoon of curry powder. And then let's add about a teaspoon of honey. Let's add about 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we will add our mayonnaise. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And now we're going to want to drain these apricots and add them to our blender. Screw on the attachment, make sure it's on there nice and tight, and then we're gonna put it in our blender. Now we're gonna turn it on and blend. Yeah, I just realized I forgot to add the garlic, so we're gonna have to add garlic to that too, but that's okay. We can kind of test it to see if it needs any alterations. That is delicious. But it does need some garlic. I'm gonna add 2 cloves of garlic, and that should give it the yummy, I don't know, what would you call garlic flavor? Is it spicy? Is it savory? Probably savory, huh? Give it that nice savory flavor we want. So now I'm gonna blend it one more time. Okay, let's give it a taste now. Of course, if you don't eat garlic, you can omit the garlic, but I love garlic. Ooh, it smells good. Ooh, that is delicious. Look at that. We're going to put that on top of our burgers. I'm going to put this in the fridge to keep it cool while we work on our burgers now. So this is my first time using the food processor attachment. Hopefully I don't mess up here. So let's add all of our stuff. Release. There we go. So I'm going to use a drained can of chickpeas. And let's add about 2 tablespoons of garam masala. We want some garlic in here. I'm going to use 4 cloves of garlic. Okay, and now we need our panko. I'm going to use about a cup of panko and two eggs. Put the lid back on. Close it up. Is it on there tight? No, it's not on there tight, so we gotta release that. Why is it not getting on there tight? What do I gotta do? Okay, now it's on there tight. So let's put it on the base. Okay, why is it not going on the base? There we go. All right, let's see what button do I push now? Let's do pulse. Okay, that looks like a good burger texture. So let's release it and take a look here. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. Love it. Okay, so let's get to cooking our burgers. It's so nice having a good quality food processor. Thank you, Missy. Okay, so we're gonna put some ghee in the pan. And while that ghee is melting, I'm gonna start toasting my burger bun. I'm only going to eat one burger for now, and I might have another burger later. So I don't have a toaster, and honestly I don't really want one because there's not enough room, counter space for one, but I broil my toast. Oh look, we already have a nice little pan in here that I can broil the bun on. So one lesson I learned a long time ago is if you broil, you don't want to close your oven because sometimes that can start a fire. So you always want to leave the oven door slightly open when you're broiling. Yeah, I learned that the hard way when I was younger. Oh, you know what I realized? We didn't put any salt in the burgers. Do you think they'll be flavorful enough without salt? They probably need a little... do they need salt? Do they need salt? I don't know. That aioli is so flavorful, it might not even need salt. But if you want to add salt to your burgers, go ahead. And then of course the garam masala is probably pretty flavorful too. Anything with lots of spices in it, you don't really need a lot of salt. So that oil's starting to get heated up. So I'm gonna take some burger mix, form it into a patty, and lay it out on the ghee. You know what I think I might do? I might just sprinkle salt on top of the burgers. We gotta flip over our toast, which is kind of hard to do with the camera. And then I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of kosher salt on top. And I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. I wasn't keeping an eye on my buns, and look what happened to my buns. They got a little extra crispy. Not too bad though. But you gotta keep an eye on things when they're in the broiler. Okay, so now we can add our aioli. Yum, look at that. That looks absolutely delicious. Smells delicious too. Those burgers are smelling so good. Okay. Now it's time to flip them over. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm going to set it for 5 minutes again on the other side. The smaller one might not need 5 minutes, but that really big one's going to definitely need 5 minutes. Alright, the time's almost up, so I'm going to go ahead and add my burger of choice to the bun. And then I'm going to add some lettuce and some tomato. Yum! That looks absolutely delicious. In fact, I want a little bit more of that aioli on there. Let's get it all nice and saucy. Whoa! Yeah, definitely getting it nice and saucy. Ah, saucy. So good. And here is the burger up close. Yum!